On April 3, 1883, Friedrich Nietzsche wrote some of the most profound words that encapsulate the human condition. To live is to suffer. To suffer is to find some meaning in the suffering. Life, as Nietzsche saw it, is inseparable from suffering. But he didn't stop there. He believed that within suffering lies an opportunity, a path to meaning and growth. Suffering is inevitable. From the moment we are born, life is full of challenges. We struggle with pain, loss, and disappointment. People lose loved ones, endure illnesses, face rejection, and encounter failures. Nietzsche recognized this and refused to sugarcoat life. He rejected the idea that happiness is the natural state of being. Instead, he argued that suffering is what shapes us. It is the forge in which our character is built. For Nietzsche, the key was not to avoid suffering, as many might wish, but to confront it and transform it into something meaningful. He was influenced by ancient Greek philosophy, particularly the tragic worldview of thinkers like Heraclitus and the dramatists of Athens. The Greeks celebrated tragedy because they understood that the greatest human achievements often come from enduring great struggles. Similarly, Nietzsche believed that our deepest growth and most profound creations are born from pain. Nietzsche's words also remind us of the power of perspective. When we suffer, we can choose how we respond. Do we sink into despair, or do we search for meaning? Viktor Frankl, a psychologist and Holocaust survivor, echoed Nietzsche's sentiment decades later when he said that those who could find meaning in their suffering were more likely to survive the horrors of concentration camps. Frankl's philosophy, rooted in Nietzschean thought, shows us that even in the darkest moments, we have the power to create purpose. Moreover, suffering connects us to others. It is the thread that runs through all human lives. When we suffer, we understand the pain of others, and this understanding fosters empathy. Nietzsche might argue that this shared experience of suffering is what binds humanity together. It reminds us that we are not alone, even in our darkest times. Nietzsche's philosophy is not an easy one. To accept that life is suffering can feel bleak, but his message is not one of hopelessness. Instead, it is a challenge to take the suffering that is inevitable and to rise above it. By finding meaning in our struggles, we transform them into something powerful. We become stronger, more resilient, and more connected to the essence of life itself.